Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome to another week of Force of Will news. As always, if you're looking for Force of Will singles or sealed product, including pre-ordering the next set, New Valhalla, be sure to visit the link in the description below for Happy Little Hug Factory. And make sure you click that link so they know we sent you. And they have a special right now where if you buy all 5 starter decks for the next set, pre-order them. Once they all add to your cart, you'll get $10 off. So you get all 5 starter decks for $65, which is pretty awesome. And the booster box is $80 as well. And also they have a sale going on through August 3rd on those promo dual stones. Those dual stones you saw from other countries and different things like that. That were really cool artwork. Those are on sale for $20 a piece. So make sure you check that out. As you can see, Melissa's not here this week. She's out sick today, so I'll be filling in for news once again. I'm from Team ARG. If you guys don't know, there should be a link in the description. Hopefully our new YouTube channel is up for Team ARG. Be sure to check it out, where we'll be doing different weekly discussions, meta analysis, and future sort of discussions about where the card game will lead and different things like that. So be sure to check that out when you get a chance. So we got a couple things to go over. We didn't have Force of Will news last week because there just really wasn't much that happened, but there was a decent amount that happened this week, so we'll go ahead and jump right into it. First up, in case you guys missed it, this past week was the Q&A that Jeff Finnegan does once per month, and so that was pretty cool. They had EG on there for a little bit, the CEO of Force of Will, to go over and answer some questions, which was really cool. He had to leave a little bit into it, but it was still nice. But I have the full stream summary video. You guys can check that out. It's just a couple videos back from last week on Thursday or Wednesday night, whenever it was. So if you want more details about different things that happened during the stream, be sure to check that out. Quick summary of just the main points in case you don't have time for that or missed it. One of the main things I want to talk about is a bunch of stuff for GenCon. So they announced a couple different things. One is there's going to be these cool Force of Will figurines there. You can sort of see these images that were leaked. I think it was Ruler School that obtained them, if I remember right. So you could kind of see the look of it and what it might be like. We don't have anything official yet. And so I'm really curious what that'll be, but just so you can get a taste of it, that looks really cool for people who attend GenCon. Those will be there. It was also revealed that if you go to GenCon, there will be this sort of sheet that you fill out as you go along. I'm still a little hazy on how it works, but my understanding is you scan the QR codes and do different things to fill out that sheet, and then you turn it in to get different pricing. And one of the examples was this sort of, I don't know if it's tokens or what have you, but looks like cool something that you get. And I think there's going to be other stuff as well, but that's what I gleaned from it. If someone can explain that better in the comments. I didn't fully understand it, but yeah, maybe someone can explain a little bit better. There will also be those Force of Will Energized tokens. I assume it would just be the ones from Malaysia. And also there's going to be this exclusive GenCon promo card here. I don't know if it's just like a normal card with that GenCon stamp on it or what's going on there, but it looks cool. I wish I had known about all this beforehand, and I might have tried to go to GenCon as well, or planned a little bit more for it, but oh well. They mentioned going into the new cluster that they are sort of reevaluating some of their marketing strategies, coming out with new ones to sort of help spread the word of the game. They said they're confident in the sort of product and just need people to know about it. So that's one thing that I've always said, is that it always felt like the advertising for Force of Will was not that great. So hopefully that they're actually addressing that going forward. And also sometime in August is going to be when the willpower rewards are going to be revealed. So make sure you guys are scanning your codes and getting ready for that, because those willpower rewards will probably be pretty cool. We're still not sure what they're going to do as far as the codes are in Caster Chronicles packs as well as Force of Will packs. So if they're going to do some sort of hybrid version of it or what's going on there. And also on August 6th is when spoilers start, so be sure to tune back in here for our daily spoiler videos, where we go over the spoilers, usually within an hour of them being revealed. That video will be uploaded of us talking about them, giving our thoughts and different things like that. They also said for the color green that 2 major abilities in green is going to be moving away from green into other colors, and also that the cancel ability is still in green, but it's going to be scaled back pretty significantly, which is good to hear at least. They also said that they are finally switching print companies. If you guys missed it for some reason, the past 2 sets of Force of Will have not been up to the same standard as previous sets have been. It's been sort of shady quality and inconsistent, just printing all across the board, on top of the misprint problems they've been having anyways. So it looks like they're finally switching print companies, and it should be better, it sounds like, from what Jeff said. Still no word on whether we'll have better booster boxes. Jeff said he doesn't know as of right now if the print company they're going to has the capabilities to do those original either red boxes or the good storage boxes that we all liked that were only around for 2 sets. So hopefully we'll get better booster boxes, but I'll settle for at least better print quality, but I'm really holding out for those cool booster boxes. We also got 5 pieces of artwork spoiled. I'll have them cycling here on the side, and they range from artwork for runes to resonators, I think was the main ones. I don't think there was anything else. I'm probably wrong on that, but mainly at least 2 or 3 of them from runes to give you guys a good idea of what those might look like. So that's pretty cool. So there were 3 GPs that happened over the weekend. I'm not sure the exact order of some of these top 8s, but I'll just let you know what rulers were in the top 8. 2 of these GPs were Raya cluster only, and 1 was New Frontiers. I'll let you know which is which. But so first up we had GP Madrid. This one, the top 8 consisted of 4 gills, 2 timing spinning witches, 1 Sherry, and 1 IU. So that's a pretty interesting spread there. We figured time spinning witch would make it up there. And once again, I still think personally that Gil is probably the strongest Raya cluster deck in my opinion. So it looks like that's sort of showing in that GP at least. It does look like for that GP Madrid, that first place was the Sherry deck. Just that's the only thing I know for sure. The GP in Paris had 63 people. The top 8 in order was Gil, Sherry, Keurig, Gil, Sherry, Keurig, Gil, Gil. So that's kind of funny how that worked out. Lastly, there was GP Malaysia. I think this was the only New Frontiers tournament out of them. And so this one had 46 players, so somewhere in the 40s, I believe it was. And so the top 8 in order, I believe it was Sherry, Scarlet, Lumia, Fairer, Keurig, Fairer, Sherry, and I don't know what the 8th one was. So that's the sort of GP breakdown for this week. So yeah, let us know what you think. That last GP was super diverse in the top 8, so that's kind of cool to see. I'm curious what was the reasoning behind that. So yeah. One thing I want to mention is not really news, but just sort of an observation, is that it looks like there was sort of a pretty strong rumor, I don't know if it's a rumor or not, but that Sherry would probably be getting a ban after Collinsville GP after it was a 20% showing and took 6 out of the top 8 spots. And so everyone just assumed it would get a ban, and there's talks of it as well. And nothing happened. And so the thought was that after the Japan GP, they would see how that went and then decide on the ban. And Japan GP came and went, and that was a 30% showing of Sherry. And it once again took 6 of the top 8 spots as well. And we didn't hear of a ban. And so if we didn't hear of a ban within the first week or 2 of that GP happening, then it looks like we're probably just not going to get a Sherry ban. There's literally nothing else that Sherry could possibly do worse for the game than it is right now. So there's nothing that could happen essentially that would lead to a ban after this point. So that's pretty unfortunate. I'd be curious to know why. If we'll find out, because it really, I've mentioned this on the podcast, I'll just briefly mention it. Not going to hurt anyone to ban it. People will be kind of upset, but no one's going to leave the game over a Sherry ban, whereas people are leaving the game over Sherry staying in. I know there's been a couple people at my personal locals that have stopped playing the game and will, until Sherry is no longer in the game, refuse to play it. So that's going to be a year until they might play Force Will, and by then they're probably super over it. So that's kind of sucks that for whatever reason they're holding out on that. I really don't know the reasoning behind that, to be honest, but just briefly go over that. In the Transformers card game news, in case you guys are following that, we did a sort of in general discussion video. You guys can go check that out, where we go over the different cards and the style of the game and our overall thoughts on it. Nothing too detailed, just in general stuff, especially if you're sort of wondering what the game is about. You can go check out that video. We did see something cool though that was found on the Transformers card game Facebook group, and that was that one of the starter sets, you can see it has the normal size cards, the bigger cards, which are the Transformers, which are commander size cards, and then right there you have Metroplex, which is a giant card, at minimum double the size of commander card, which is pretty hilarious and pretty awesome. And it's a legit card. It doesn't look like it's like a Pokemon thing where it's like, oh, here's a collector giant Charizard card. it looks like it's an actual card you put on there, because Metroplex is a transformer that is the size of a city, so it makes sense flavor wise. So I thought that was pretty much the coolest thing ever, that you could just plop down this giant card and you tap it to swing and do different things like that. You probably won't, but because of its attack and all that, but still, that's pretty hilarious, and I really love that that's a thing. But in not as fun Transformers news, as of right now, it looks like distributors or local stores in Canada are saying that they, as of right now, can't get Transformers product due to different licensing issues. I'm not quite sure of all the technical reasons. Some people are saying it's because of the dual language system in Canada. Makes it a little bit harder for licensing issues, and it could be something also related to the problems that Magic the Gathering was having and stuff going up into Canada. So curious to see if that's a problem that's going to stick around, or if they'll be able to solve that. That'll kind of suck if the opening of the game, it's just out of an entire country. So hopefully that's resolved pretty soon. So that's about all the news for today. Thanks guys for watching once again. Melissa should be back next week. Let us know your guys' thoughts below, and we'll see you guys next time.